Alrighty, welcome back. Alright, actually, let me readjust a few things here. Keep my chat popped up. And there we go. There's this like really weird thing where you Alt-Tab out of the game and makes it kind of choppy. Can't really see it here, but if you see if there were other people here, there's one other person here up here, and if you saw them walking around, it'd be a little choppy. But once you rezone, it'll be just fine. So we got our experience. Now let's actually start the mission. I also have to say, actually, let's start the mission, and then I'll start to yak a little bit more. I don't remember if there were cutscenes. I think there might be. Okay, scout for Bon Faz Bert Fur's Char Forces. I don't remember what the actual bonus was. Okay, planting a mass raid on the wall. Alright. So anyways, I said it in my first video, kind of like the nature of this game. And when I said this was like one of the first MMOs out there, you know, first generation. I mean, I think it's first generation definitely, but it's not one of the first because, you know, obviously the first ones would be like Ultima Online and EverQuest. I think RuneScape came out in the late 90s as well, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the things that actually I think turned off a lot of people to this game was the fact that it's, well, it's instance, for one, and for two, it's not very fast-paced. It's kind of slow-paced, especially the combat. I know that can really turn off a lot of people. And the other thing too is it's skill-based, and I don't mean like your personal skill. I mean it's really based upon your skills, your actual build that you have going on. Okay, so we got a chest over here. I think we have to go all the way around. I know we have to pretty much circle around and go into those lower areas. I'm just gonna let my homeboys do all the killing. Identify that. Come on. Right. Because I was asking a few other people that I know that play MMOs and whatnot, seeing if they might have been interesting to get on and jam with me here on camera. And most people just really weren't all that excited about either coming back to Guild Wars or just straight up buying it and playing it. I can't blame anybody. I did have my one buddy who was interested, and let's see here. Looks like he's not on right now. No, he was also trying to go for the Legendary Defender title, but I don't think he actually had the the time to grind it all out. So that's alright. You know, that's kind of the nature of MMOs, is that you start off around the same level, and then eventually you end up one person and then ends up completing a little bit more and becoming a greater level than the other person, so they're kind of outclassed. And if anybody's wondering what these little arrows are, is that I can order my henchmen and my heroes to individual spots instead of having them follow me. Okay, so that was a boss. I was pretty sure that we actually had to go down into that area. To this, like, lowlands area. So I was pretty sure of it. So when we actually complete the mission itself, we'll get the one sword through the shield, and then if we complete the bonus, we get the other sword. Boy, this should look familiar to anybody that's came up here in the Northlands in pre-searing. Only the fucking lever wasn't here. Or maybe it's these wreckages? I think we have to actually investigate the wreckages. I think there was like an armor set or something like that. Some Ghost's armor set that we had to get, and that was the bonus. Something like that. Fucking lightning reflexes makes, I think gives the enemy like a 75% chance to dodge. So you want to cast magic on them. And I could just, like, you know, completely just zoom through these missions right now, but we'll go through them slowly so everybody gets a chance to see, you know, how they operate and what's all involved. After all, it is kind of the whole point in me doing this. There isn't really too much material and content out there in terms of Guild Wars 1 on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I think there's really only one other person right now that's producing content regularly for this game on YouTube, which is pretty surprising. So I hope to actually provide everybody with the actual full campaigns so they can be preserved online somewhere. I know that there is somebody else that I think went through all of Prophecies. The person actually ended up having like 150 videos or something like that. I don't think it's gonna take me that many videos to actually complete this, but who knows? Because it really depends on how much I feel like screwing around. So this is what I was talking about. These kiln testibreeze. Gotta find all of his armor. So which means we have to hunt down these wreckages. Nice to see all these gargoyles and all the Grawl fucking each other up. Okay, there's another wreckage up there. Let's go ahead and clear out this area. Here's a boss right here. Let's just go ahead and cast backfire, even though he's gonna die. Whatever. The other thing that I actually kind of like about this game, as compared to like other MMOs, other MMORPGs, is it's not really gear focused. There are a couple builds out there that require very specific pieces of gear, but by and large, it's really just skills. And obviously party composition, that's a big one too. There are some builds out there that require very specific pieces of gear and runes, like I was mentioning before, like the 55 monk. But otherwise, it's pretty much just skills. Skills and party composition. Wait, what the fuck? Why can't I get over there? Or can I? Mang! That is kind of one of the problems that I have with this game, is that there are a lot of like those shitty arbitrary boundaries. No, that's been like a really big problem with video games in the past. And this game's full of them. That's why getting some of the titles and whatnot, or especially the cartography title, can be kind of a pain in the ass, because there's all those like clear arbitrary boundaries. There we go. We gotta go talk to Mr. Keelan here. We gotta go get all this shite, which means I'm gonna have to do some backtracking. And I did adjust all of the audio in this game, because I know I did like a little bit of a test recording beforehand to make sure that the sound effects weren't fucking blaring. Also wasn't, like, you know, competing with my own commentary, because that always sucks. Come on. Let's get over to this wreckage. So we've got what? We got his shield and his armor. Really need to take my time to actually do all this shit because I really don't want to have to come back in here to do the bonuses. I mean, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal because I'm going to have to come back here anyways to do all the map exploration at some point. But as of right now, I'd really like to actually finish it. Pretty sure that those half-eaten masses are the ones that actually give you the bolts of cloth. Okay, there's another wreckage. So we've got 3 pieces. So I'm going to assume that it's got to be, what, 5, maybe 6 individual pieces of armor. Okay, so we got a monk Grawl boss up here. Oop. Die. There are a couple of the bonus quests and whatnot that are actually kind of a pain in the ass to get, because there are a couple of the missions that I think that are timed. I'm hoping I got it all. I think I might be missing one piece of armor. Because right now we're just fighting gargoyles and Grawl, and eventually I think we're going to end up fighting Char. And I think there's another piece once you get into the Char areas where we actually have to go get the wreckage, the item, and then come back to King Keeln here. Let's go ahead and give him a little chat. He's known as Champion of Sirmia. You're just a restless spirit. Please help me. The enchanted armor that sealed my tomb has been stolen. Find it and return it to me so that I may pass into the rift. Okay, recover the 4 pieces of... I have all 4 pieces. At least I should, right? There's his pauldron, his crest, his greaves, and his cuisse. There we go. Outstanding. So that's what I was talking about. You get the other sword and the shield, and it also gives you that the 1,000 gold. I mean, excuse me, the 1,000 experience, which is pretty sexy. I think I'm fucking backtracking here. I totally am. Motherfucker. I think what I was supposed to do was go around here. Yes, continue this way. I could have swore there was a mission that actually took you in this area, or you were able to go down there. There's another wreckage up here. Why? I have all of his armor. Was there extras? I don't remember that. It's almost pointless for me to actually cast spells and stuff on these guys because they just melt away so quickly. Wait. Where's that other wreckage at? I swear to God there was one. Hi, Mang. I'm not fucking tripping out here. I did see another wreckage. I know you guys saw it. I got that shit on camera. I'll just rewatch it. I did. No idea. Oh, what the fuck, Chuck? I think what I was supposed to do was actually go up around this way and... Mang! Alright, you know what? To save a little bit of time, we'll ingest another cupcake. Like I was saying, I actually have a few stacks of them. So I don't mind using them. And not only that, but, you know, they do provide those points to that title. Otherwise, there's something pretty good to use and save for some of the, like, the late game dungeons and whatnot. So you have to go over this bridge. Do I have to really fucking go all the way around? Wait, what the fuck, man? Going out of my mind here. Is there a way up? Come on, please tell me there's a way up. Somewhere around here. There we are. Perfect. I had to do a little bit of backtracking there. Not a big deal. Although I do want to pay attention to make sure that I'm not missing out on potentially any other Ascalonian chests. I will start to actually equip the lockpicks, but I'm going to wait till much later on in the game when it's actually worth it to use them, when the keys aren't like dirt cheap. Okay, so we've got a boss up here. Who gonna die? Missed out on that interrupt. But are you gonna die anyways? Fool. I want my little homeboys here take care of the rest. So I think I may actually be correct here. We are getting into Charlands now, but there wasn't that extra wreckage. So I'm probably thinking about one of the later missions. Because I know there was a bonus related to that. You had to go pretty far in the mission, oh, well, here's a cutscene.
The Char invasion force. Captain Callan was right. They've spotted us. Back to the wall.
Oh, noes. I'm pretty sure this is timed. Or it's like they're rushing towards you. And I definitely don't have the party to actually defend against this. So you just pretty much have to run. Oh, never mind. It is timed. Well, I mean, I could try. Take a look at the enemies. Yeah, well, there's too many. Yeah, never mind. As I was. Find a new way back. Run to the wall. I'm pretty sure there's got to be people out there that have managed to slaughter their way through all that char. There has to be. Because there's like a lot of extra map exploration around here. I don't know what actually happens with if the time runs out. If you just lose the mission or what. I don't know. I think I've attempted it before. Should probably just have specific builds to be able to deal with all the bad men. The bad mans. Man, I'm just running so fucking quick, they're not even catching up here. Works for me. Oh, by the way, you don't have to do what I did and run all the way to like Yak's Bend and the Northern Shiver Peaks. You can actually just complete all the missions. It'll just bring you there anyways. Yeah, that'll be very interesting to be able to map all this stuff out. I think it'll probably be one of those situations where you might have to do it a few times. It'd be really annoying. Report to Captain Calhan. We're coming. Humana. Oh, he's around here somewhere. There he is. Somewhere. Nope. Oh, he's up there. Of course. Oh, okay, there we go. Notice that the voice actress is different from the
You're back.
Voice
well
in
done.
the North.
What news of the Char?
Sir, we found Bonfaz Burntfur and the Char army in a valley to the north, but I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak.
There are too many. We'll never hold them back. The wall is lost. We must fall back. Retreat! Retreat! Regroup at the bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. We can't let the Char make it to the capital.
And we get this skill point. Forgot about that. You can also do these missions on hard mode. You definitely get more rewards doing it that way, but you need to have specific builds to be able to live through it. So as you see, we started off in the Great Northern Wall, and that automatically put us in the new mission area, Fort Rannoch. Sometimes when you complete a mission, what it'll do, like I think it's pretty much after the ruins of Sirmia, if I'm not mistaken, once you complete all the other missions around here, it brings you over to somewhere in this area. I think there's like the Nolani Academy mission over here. I think once you complete that, I think it's makes it so you have to actually walk the rest of the way to the Yak's Bend. So there are areas where it's not like just contiguous mission after mission after mission, that there are some times where you literally have to walk part of the way. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. I think we have to actually talk to the dude. Let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff that I have. Let's see here. Bone staff. Get rid of that. All right. So I don't really need to talk to anybody here. Doesn't really look like there's anybody else here, so we'll just start our mission. Crank her right up. It's kind of a nice thing about actually completing a lot of the beginning quests in Post-Ascalon, or Post-Searing Ascalon, I should say. And again, I don't remember what the actual bonuses were, so we're just gonna have to discover them along the way. It's been a long time since I've done these missions. Be somebody over here that we probably need to talk to, but we'll go ahead and help out our Ascalonian brothers and sisters and fruck them up. So, why don't you guys go over here, take care of them for me. Should be pretty easy to mow through these guys. That's a nice thing about actually setting the flags for your henchmen and your heroes and stuff, is that you could go off on doing other things while they're sitting there taking care of all the foes, the monsters. So if I wanted to sit there and dick around with salvaging and identifying shit and whatnot. So I'd really actually like to talk to the dude over here. Didn't see the little green exclamation mark above his head. Where the hell did he go to? There he is. Wait, what? It was the dude over here. Did he move? Whatever. We'll just rush over here to Gurn Blanston and see what he has to say. Not sure if he's the bonus quest giver. Hoping he is, so we can figure out what it was. do know that the more of these like Ascalonian warriors that we save, the more we're going to have them available to actually help us out wiping out all the char. So there's always that. I want to try to be quick as possible for this. Let's talk to Mr. Gurn here. Now I am recording this in 720p at 30 FPS. I'm hoping that the quality is good enough for everybody to see here, because I know that the font can be a little small. Let's see here. My wife lives just outside of Ascalon City. My name is Melka. Please find her. Okay. So we got a new quest, but that's not really what I was trying to do here. I really want the bonus quest here. Yeah, I probably should have looked this up before I started to stream. Didn't even think about it. Okay, so for those that don't know, the way the chat works is if it comes in green, they're going to be my fellow guildies here. If it appears in orange, it'll be the alliance that I'm in, but I turn that off because everybody's chatting it up. If it comes in that like reddish color, it's trade. Regular white is just zoned speaking, whatever. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. That's the dude I wanted. Where the fuck are you going? Dude, quit running. Dumbass. So what did he say? I'm going to spear spamming, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Dude, come on, what are you doing? Rescue Dieter Saberlin from his char imprisonment. Okay, so we just have to find the jail cell that he's in. It's fine. You do that. I think that's actually on the way. Maybe that's what I was actually mistakening when I was actually talking about the... You have to backtrack a little bit. It's not so much we have to backtrack. I think there's just like a little, like a fork in the road, and you take left instead of right kind of thing to be able to rescue him. Not seeing any chests over here. So we got a whole bunch of I made Elias into like basically like a Diablo 2 Necromancer build. So that's why we got that whole army of animated warriors. He's got bone horrors. My boners. That's what we got here. Trooper Dieter Saberlin. That's what we want. Hey, dude. Hey, mine. We gotta hurry up and get our asses over there to help them out. Come on. Yeah, fucking hosers. Come on, attack him, fool. What are you doing? Can I get up there? The answer is yes, but... Come on. So we're gonna actually have to come back to pick up all that shit. There's a chest over here. Fabulous. I do have to say that the clumsiness and the unnatural signet combo is awesome. It's pretty good. I think you could totally build an entire build around it. So what do we got here? We have a shitty earth wand. Let's go ahead and pick up our money and our lunar tokens and whatnot. So I think I may have mentioned this before, but the lunar tokens are specific to the time period in which I'm playing. Since I'm playing on the Canthan New Year event, enemies have a chance of dropping these things. And basically you trade them in for like random festival prizes and whatnot. And actually one of them, one of the collectors that you trade them in for, you have a very low chance of getting like one of the celestial pets. So like I've got like the little miniature elf here is mine. You have a chance of actually getting one of the celestial versions of that. Like the dog and dragon, pig, and whatever else. I think it's a really extremely low chance. I think it's like a 0.5% chance you can get them. So you basically just want to sit there and fucking farm these things. I mean, if that's even possible. I don't know how the hell you would farm something like that. Because they're just random drops. Although I think that there are some, like, festival-related quests and things you can do. Like, if we take a look at my quest log, I do actually have a couple of the specific festival quests activated, but I haven't actually done any. Just generally just don't pay attention to the festivals. I know that you can get a whole bunch of like, decent shit, but most of it's like, I don't know, most of it's just garbage. Most of it is like, if you're trying to max out your drunkard title or the party animal title. Yeah, I managed to actually get his fucking penetrating attack. That's some tech right there. Can we get up there? Nope. So we're gonna get hosed a little bit here from all these groups that are around me, above me. Just ain't no thing. I can deal with that. It's fine. Fortunately, all of my my peons over here are focusing on this top group. They aren't doing shit. Just means we're gonna have to go up and around to take care of them. I'm really hoping I didn't actually... Okay, there he is. I need to catch up to him before he dies. It's easier to do as a monk because you could actually heal him. I think we're just about there. Yeah, we just have to do this like little loop-de-loop around here. You know what sucks too is that like, you know, one of that first like little plateau area where you're fighting the Char and you can't actually get access to the area to pick up your items and something actually drops something that you want to keep, like a black dye. I've had that happen before. It fucking sucks. Then you have to go all the way back around, or you have to go all the way through the mission to go pick it up. It's a big pain in the ass. I thought there was like a guaranteed chest spawn that was supposed to be over here. Maybe once upon a time. Go talk to Mr. Dieter here. Pretty easy to mow through these guys. I fucking hate the healers. That's why I say my name is kind of a misnomer. It shouldn't be mages die first. It should be healers die first. Because I fucking hate them. Jar have slaughtered and carried off many of our friends. They must be stopped. Okay. I'll report back to my father. If you can get to the trebuchets north of here, perhaps there is hope. Okay. And there we go. There's our bonus. And we can go back and pick up our items that I so greatly desire and covet. I think maybe when I'm done streaming for the day, maybe I'll take a trip over to the Xingzhe boardwalk. Actually, go trade these things in. Shit, I didn't see you guys. Whoops. Come on, go pick it up. Everyone does that. Got a couple things here we can salvage. Because I'm trying to recoup some of my cloth. That's why we're looking for that, like I was saying before, the burlap sack looking armor pieces. Because they're guaranteed to actually drop that. That's the other bonus to actually using, say, an expert salvage kit. And some of the other elite salvage kits is that when you salvage something, you have a chance of actually getting some of the rare crafting materials from them instead of the common ones. But I personally don't think it's worth it. I mean, the prices on a lot of the rare crafting material is like dirt cheap anyway, so I don't see why you'd waste money on using like an elite kit for it. Oh, look at that. Elias has gained a level. That's why I brought them along. So I can guarantee at least a little bit of experience gain for them. Because I want to max them out at level 20. So I can continue to use them. And at some point, what I think I might do on my own is I'll record episodes for it. But I'd really like to actually start to get some of the Nightfall heroes. I mean, besides Zenmai and Elias. I mean, I'm talking about the ones that are specific to Nightfall. And I'm not going to be able to do so unless I record this stuff, because you have to actually go through some of the Nightfall official missions and whatnot. So what I'll do is I will preemptively record probably the beginning stages of Nightfall on my own, meaning it's not going to be live streamed, obviously. And then I'll just save all those episodes. I'll edit them and export them and upload them. So that way when we actually get around to doing Nightfall, I will have the first couple episodes out of the way first. That sounds like a pretty good plan to me. And I also have to say that after we're done with Prophecies, I'm really not sure the route I kind of want to go. If I want to go to Factions next, because, I mean, chronologically speaking, Factions was the first expansion to this game. And when Factions, then Nightfall, and then Eye of the North. And then they actually had like those bonus quests that they added. I think that was like just something a little extra. But the point I'm trying to make though is that I'm not really entirely certain if I want to do, when I'm done with Prophecies, if I want to go straight to Nightfall or if I want to do Factions as kind of a sequel type of thing. I don't know. Not sure. I do have to say though, when it comes to like the couple of factions, I'm not really a big fan of factions, or the expansions. I'm not a big fan of factions. I don't really like the story. I feel like Factions was really a good or a big push to be like a lot of the other MMOs of the time, where like it just pretty much tries to rush you through the early game to make sure that you're max level and you participate in all the rest of the content. I always thought that was fucking bullshit. That's why I like pre-searing so much, is that you have to take your time in completing it. You get to enjoy the leveling experience. You know, it's not really about the destination, it's really about the journey. And I know it's kind of my opinion, because I know there's some people that absolutely hate doing it, or they hate pre-searing or whatnot. But it felt like Factions just fucking rushed you through this shit. And the other thing too, when it just comes down to the aesthetics of it, I've never really been a big fan of the whole like Asian and especially like Chinese or fantasy Chinese aesthetic. It's just never been my thing. So I just didn't really care for that expansion. I think that the latter portions of that expansion were good, like when you get around the Jade Sea area. Like that was fun. That was good. But I very much enjoyed Nightfall. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we actually get there.
Damn Char snuck up while I was repairing this trebuchet. It's missing a release lever, a restraining bolt, and an arming crank. Search the other wrecked trebuchets to find those 3 pieces and bring them to me. If you do, I can fix this little lovely, and we'll give those Char a taste of their own filth. To activate the trebuchet after it's fixed, pull the lever once to load it, and once again to fire it. Anything under its blast will get blown to bits. But hurry! More Char come through the wall every minute.
So maybe it was kind of a mistake for actually exploring those wreckages, because I think they spawn the pieces, unless I'm mistaken. Was it wrecked catapults, or was it just wreckages? What were they labeled as? Anybody know? Somebody tell me. I don't remember. Really don't care. We'll just fucking melt through these guys anyways. Don't even care about the trebuchet, man. Don't need it. These guys are easy to plow through. Let's make sure we can actually get through all of the fucking healers here. Martyrs. There you are. You bastard. Now heal now, motherfucker! Now I'll let all my little homeboys do all the damage while I pick up all the booty. Definitely pretty bootylicious around here. You know, actually, I think it gives me wood planks. Pretty sure I haven't like actually maxed out my wood planks, so probably would be a good idea to actually salvage it. Not only that, but I don't know, when you get the highly salvageable modifier, it generally means that the fucking thing ain't worth shit. It's only worth a couple of gold. Wait, didn't I just pick up the thing? The inscribed chakra? Oh, there it is. Right. What is it? Okay. Nothing good? So I think what you were supposed to do is actually search these wrecked catapults for the pieces, and then that big-ass group of char that was sitting here, you use the catapult on them, and it basically auto-kills them, I think, in a cutscene. We don't have to worry about that. There's a firing lever. And also, unfortunately, those birthday cupcakes that I have, they only last so long, so I don't really feel like popping another one. Got some other... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm sorry. The firing lever is actually for using the catapult itself. I want to check the fucking wrecked catapults. Can we do that? Possible? I have to go all the way around. No biggie. Though we did have another one over here. Let's go investigate these other ones first. So what's the deal here? Restraining bow. Oh, so I actually have to do it. It's part of the actual mission. It's fine. There we go. And now I gotta actually drag this thing back over to the Siege Master. I'm pretty sure I have to do that with all three components. And whenever you're carrying something like this, it reduces your movement speed, even though there's no like modifier up here that tells you so. And if you own the factions expansion, there's the Ritualist class that actually is a big part of their character. They have a bunch of skills where it's like you pick up like an urn full of ashes or whatever, and you gotta hold them to get the benefit. And then of course there's like affixes that are related to that, like it gives you like plus 20% armor or something like that while holding an item. I mean, unless you're a Ritualist, it's just extremely situational. And this definitely goes a lot faster if you have some other human players, because everybody can just pick up an item and walk it back instead of having to do it individually. But we're doing everything by ourselves. So I prefer to do these, unless of course I'm going to need help later on. I think for some of the bonus missions, I might actually have to have a second or third person. I think anyways. Come on, last piece, big money. Yeah. I think it's about time for me to take another break here soon. I think after this mission. I'm running out of apple juice. Fire! See, landed right there in the middle of them. So what else do I have to do? Push back the invading Char army. Okay, got that taken care of. If we really wanted to, we could go to this other trebuchet over there and man it, because there are going to be other Char groups that appear. So I think I might end up doing, because I'm fairly sure that that's the way we're supposed to go anyways. If memory serves me correctly. I believe it does. Maybe not over here. That's the problem with a lot of these missions too, is a lot of these pathways, of course, when I was talking about the arbitrary barriers, a lot of these pathways and stuff are very labyrinthine. So you gotta find the actual correct way to go down and up and around. Very annoying. However, you know, I do have to say that out of all the I haven't really played too many MMORPGs because I really don't like the genre. I actually kind of hate it to some extent, right? But I've played at least a good handful of them in my day, and I know that when an MMO comes out, it becomes like really grindy and frustrating to some extent, like with a lot of its mechanics, and then eventually the company that made it, the developer or whatever, will end up putting on these like kind of quality of life features where they streamline a lot of it to get out some of the frustration and a lot of the grindy elements. And then it just completely changes the nature of the game. And that's kind of like why when you have like World of Warcraft players really demanding Blizzard to make a legacy server so they can go back to the original World of Warcraft experience where it was really hard and grindy and everything else. And I do have to say, like, about Guild Wars is they really didn't, it was kind of immune to it. They really didn't add a lot of features in here that made it really streamlined. So the reason why I'm mentioning that is because, you know, when I'm talking about these arbitrary barriers and the specific pathways you have to take and everything, like, I could see how they would make this game a hell of a lot more streamlined by just letting you walk anywhere willy-nilly, I mean, for the most part, within reason, instead of having to, like, dick around with this, like, snakiness. But they didn't. And I'm very happy for it. I think that that would make the game a little bit more convenient to play, but there's something about the, I don't know, the pain you feel while having to deal with some of this choppier mechanics. I don't have a problem with it, honestly. I actually kind of like it. I think I would hate it if it was the other way around. All right, let's go ahead and take care of our shitty healer over here. Yeah, see, this is that one point in the game where you're supposed to just retreat back to the catapult and release the catapult, or the trebuchet. And I'm not mistaken, it just insta-kills them. We're not gonna do that. It's not how I roll. I'm gonna get all them drops. Kill all these bastards. Besides, I really want the rest of my people here to continue to gain experience. I'm pretty sure my people, my two heroes here, Zenmai and Elias, are probably not making any or gaining any experience from this because these Char are level 6. I think they're a little too far ahead to actually gain it, unless we start to fight the level 8 and above bad mans, because we got a boss up here. Come on, take him out. There you go. Okay, there we go. you gotta make sure you gotta pick up the last little bit there at the end, otherwise you don't get access to it and it just gets lost.
The time for action has come. No more cowering behind this wall. From now on, we take the fight to our enemies!
Prince Rurik! Prince Rurik!
What is it?
Prince Rurik! We are victorious, but it has cost us greatly. During their retreat, the Char took prisoners. Several of our wounded have been carried off.
Ascalons will live in fear of these beasts no more. We march to the north, to free our brothers and take back that which has been taken from us.
Very inspirational there, work. Okay, we're sitting in our next mission here, which is the Ruins of Sirmia. I did not actually explore some of these other areas over here, like you got the Dragon's Gullet, and then I forget what this other area is called. Did not explore that. I was going to actually come back and do that on my own time. But here we are in the Ruins of Sirmia, and we will continue on with that mission as soon as I return. So I'm going to take a quick break, you know, but before I do so, let's go talk to War Master Riga, see what he wants. Let's see here. We have to pursue the fleeing Char in the ruins of Sirmia. Directed Captain Mikan. Up their way not long ago. He might be able to direct you further. Okay. And then should probably go hit up the merchant while we're here. Real fast. I'll actually go ahead and sell all this nonsense that's in my inventory, and then we'll start the mission up as soon as I get back. Or I suppose the better way of saying it, I will take a break in a moment once I'm done selling the stuff. Alright, that's trash. Garbage. I didn't say this in my first video, but I'm going to say this here. I probably should have mentioned this the first time I sold. If you double click on an item, it will sell it. But don't ever do that, because if you find yourself, there's like a little bit of lag time in between the time where you click and the time where it sells. So if like you just sit there, click, you know, you're going to end up selling like 3 or 4 items. You're going to end up selling something you didn't mean to sell. There is no buyback in this game either. So it's better to actually highlight the item that you want and slowly click on the sell button. Just words to the wise out there. Never do it that way. Just slowly and surely wins this race. Okay, let's, you know what I try to do is I always try to take the items that I don't want sold in my backpack, and then I try to put an item that cannot be sold, like right in front of it, so I know that all the items in front of it I'm actually going to sell. So anyways, I'm going to take another quick break here, because we're running on the, well, it's been about an hour since I last took one, so it's about that time. So I'll see you in a few moments.